Good morning, this is Cecil and Blues. Today on Darkest Dungeon, Dylan learns a valuable lesson about friendship. Instead we're just going to go into an easy mission here in the Cove. We have the usual suspects, which is the classic party. I actually have mostly the classic skills. This Crusader starts with Smite, Zealous Accusation, Stunning Blow, and Inspiring Cry. I didn't see any reason to change any of that. I did give Digby point-blank shot so he can move around a little bit. We've got a fair amount of Blight going on for lag. Or no, I'm sorry, this isn't lag. It is lag. And then we have a new Vestal here, whose name is, I don't know how you pronounce that, Yu-Gi-Oh maybe? And we'll go in here, and it should be a pretty quick one. And then maybe we can do something else. We want to take with... I'm going to take a full load of shovels so that we can crack open some stuff if necessary. I'm going to take 12 food, a couple of skeleton keys, bandages, and medicinal herbs. I'm tempted to go torchless, but I brought with the Ancestor's Candle, so, maybe we should make use of it. Anti-venom can be used for the brackish tide pool. Bandages can be used to cleanse a bleed, but we're on rank 1 mission, so it's probably not going to be super... Yeah, this is good. I like this. Plenty of room to take loot with us, but I don't think we're going to be coming out of this with a ton of loot. With as much money as we have in our coffers currently, we definitely want to prioritize heirlooms over money. So we should focus on that. This is, I think, a more offensively structured group,
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with
so we should be able to just blow through here. Our shovel's immediately coming to value. We have our puppy is down in his kennel today. The risk I always run having him next to me while recording is that if someone comes to the door, he will absolutely leap into action. It is his most important role as he sees it, and he's a loud boy. He's a very, very loud boy. Let's stack up some blight back there, and then we'll deal with the jellyfish with our weapons. Do we want to duelist advance, or do we want to grape shot? What's grape shot? That worked out to probably not be valuable. So we're gonna have to double down.
Back to the pit.
And I am not a fan of what I've done to myself. Speed 7, Speed 6. Let's kill the Speed 7 first. And then we will accomplish jack all. So we'll cleanse some stress, get back a little bit of torch, and then we can finish it off with grape shot.
Maintain the offensive.
Okay. Still an okay start. I gotta make sure not to let our torchlight fall below.
A blazing star is born.
One of the other side effects of allowing the puppy in my room, which we didn't do until very recently, we had another dog that lived here, and we didn't want them sharing space because there was urination that occurred, in concert, so that they could constantly tell the other dog that it was their property. And frankly, I don't want my bed peed on. So that was why I was less... Okay, let's look at these again. Does anyone else have any locked-in trinket or traits? No. Okay, then let's try and get rid of Mercurial. We got rid of Mercurial, so that was valuable. But one of the things that Rowdy does that is a little bit bizarre is he likes to lick the grease off of hinges. So, I always wondered why my roommate, who owns the exact same chair I do, why his chair was so damn squeaky. And the answer is because his dog licks the grease off of his chair, and now I have that to look forward to if I keep letting Rowdy stay in my room. If I'm not careful, if I don't keep an eye on him, he will. He also likes to lick the dust off things. So, like, I have a big box fan behind me that I use to create a nice soothing sound for sleeping. And I will occasionally turn around and find him just licking the back of that thing, just clearing out all the dust. I do not understand dogs. Okay, this is probably the shortest map I've ever seen. A map? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack. I just realized that we had a... I kind of walked past a treasure room. And as long as I'm frickin' in here... I was gonna say as long as I'm in here, but I just looked at the goal for the mission. And it is, in fact, to clear all room battles. So I would have had to come back for this one way or another. Uh-oh. I was drinking. Also having a very weird morning. Mountain Dew tastes like swill. It tastes terrible today. It is my body has decided it has had enough sweet, and it would maybe like me to try something bitter. But I don't like coffee, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Let's duelist advance. There's so many of these things. Maybe we can get some retaliatory strikes going on. And I am also going to judgment down this one that is at 2 health.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
I actually might have... Yeah, maybe I should have instead judgmented one of the back units and then used the Crusader to do double damage, or hit 2 units with Zealous Accusation, since Smite didn't get a kill. Since he's not in the first row, like that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have given him Brawler's gloves. That was an error. Also, our
Slowly, gently. This is how
I mean, I shouldn't be complaining. Things are working out pretty darn okay in this old group here. Wow, we must have somebody who's hungry, right? Soft, bloodthirsty, fear of beasts. God-fearing, nocturnal, winded. No, maybe not. Maybe we just got 2 extra food. That's fine. Let's see what's in here.
glittering gold.
Little bit of loot.
Trinkets and baubles.
And then
Or in blood.
we'll go back into the right positions, head backwards, hit these last 2 spots. It looks like we have 3 more combats coming up. Plenty of torches to get us through here. We're going to be done with this map pretty quickly. We are a very hungry group, though. That is surprising for this map size. Probably be able to wrap up this map in under 10 minutes, and then maybe we can decide what else we can do that'll be useful. Disarm this trap. Maybe do some stress relieving if we have the opportunity.
Mariner, another misfortune.
Our Vestal is really the only person who's suffering too badly, but we do have a lot of stress trinkets. You know, our Highwayman has got a stress trinket, and he now has tetanus. We also just have a lot of damage going on. This is an interesting question to ask myself. Do we want to Grape Shot and Zealous Accusation? It's probably an okay choice. Alright, yep, that worked out. We got the double kill. And then let's get some healing going on. Our Crusader doesn't really need anything, but I think 2 to everybody is probably more valuable than if she would have just tried to heal herself. She is definitely taking a beating. 5 for 4. Anything I do is probably going to kill them. Alright, there. Now they'll die next turn. A nice solid crit, and we'll back that up with an Inspiring Cry to both deal with her stress and give her just that little extra touch of health. I'm just gonna pick up this kill. in the fight. We do have one more medicinal herbs in case we stumble upon another opportunity to use them. Our inventory isn't anywhere near full, so no danger. We want to start with this drowned thrall in this combat, but I think our crusader can deal with that alongside our highwaymen. So let's... I'm not sure what I want to do here. Like, I'm tempted to do this, and then that, followed by a little bit of this. Didn't quite get the full kill, though. Our Plague Doctor finishes things off. We picked up a Eldritch Slayer's ring. That's a pretty reasonably okay trinket. Let's switch that for that. And then we do have another chance to use medicinal herbs here. Do we have another? We do have one more. Let's sneak forward a little bit. Disarm this. I want to see what the last thing is. Alright, it's just a sack. So we will interact with this. Use our medicinal herbs to dig out whatever is inside it. A fair amount of good things. Bring our light back up. Get the loot out of the sack, which is nothing. And we have one more combat. We might as well go up to 100% light. I don't see any reason not to. And let's do some damage. I want to kill the shaman in the back, which, with the Eldritch Slayer, I mean, we're doing 50% increased damage to Eldritch right now. It's pretty strong. Unfortunately, we're not getting the right targets to benefit from Riposte. And then there'll be a barnacle barrier, which is okay. That's going to redirect a point-blank shot, I believe. We'll smite him, even though it's a pretty low damage. It might be cause the tipping point for point-blank shot. Okay, that did much less damage than I would have hoped. And now he is going to die in several turns. That didn't get redirected. I didn't know that. I kind of actually thought the riposte would get redirected. Oh, very nice. This will get redirected. Did it push him low enough? He'll die next turn. He'll die now.
Decisive pummeling.
I'm wondering if the damage bonus didn't get applied from point blank shot because the initial target was not an eldritch being. I'm not sure exactly when the damage is calculated. Like, I know that if you redirect onto a non-marked target, the non-marked target doesn't take increased damage. So it seems unlikely that, like, the damage should be calculated for the enemy itself. So we can throw away the shovel at this point, or the torch, either way. And we're going to continue adventuring, and let's have our new crusader sprinkle some holy water on this. It's just increased damage. Alright then. That's everything we need from this dungeon. Let's get the heck out of here. And let's see what we can get. We've got a lot of marbles.
If indeed there is such a thing.
Let's see what we can do about it. We've got one person tetanus. Is that correct? I thought the tetanus hit someone else, but I guess that must be it.
We dug for months, years.
We still have some stress relief going on from our puppet theater, so I think that's been good. Remove quirk. Yeah, I think these are good. Let's think about what we want to do. Would we like to take the exact same group on a longer mission in the Cove? That might not be a bad idea. We do have tetanus, which is decreased accuracy and crit, so maybe we swap out that unit to repair. Let's sort by stress. That's just gonna move our guys to the top. So Digby, let's move his trinkets out here. And then we'll put Digby into the sanitarium to get rid of tetanus, because we don't want that reduced accuracy at all. So we sure don't want that reinforced. Then, in replacement of Digby, we want... We could go, we could go Griffin. But that's going to be a rougher encounter. I kind of like the idea, though. So let's put them in the party. And then sort by stress again, or level, wouldn't have mattered. I'm just trying to get everyone up here at the top. Our Crusader now can learn the next level of all of these things. What do we want to do for effectiveness? They're going to be in position 2. So we're just going to make sure that we have things that can be used from position 2. Which is not either of these two things. Invigorating Vapors is good. Because it buffs everybody. But in order to do that, we'd have to put our Vestal in position 2? That might be alright. Let's think about that. And then our Vestal, they would be running Divine Comfort. They would not be able to use Judgment. They could use Illumination. Couldn't use Dazzling Light, but they could use Hand of Light instead. As well as Mace Bash. But we're probably going to be using other stuff. So, this is bonus damage against Unholy, and we're not going to have a lot of call for that. Alright, and then let's go to the guild. Oh, no. I meant to go to the blacksmith. We'll upgrade the weapons and armor here. We'll upgrade weapons and armor on the Vestal as well. No one else needs lag, actually, I think can upgrade further, yeah. Which means we'd probably upgrade lag in here. Well, we definitely want lag in position 3, 100%. And if we move our Vestal into this position and choose to not have Divine Grace, and select Hand of Light instead, and not have Judgment, we would... maybe... Yeah, we'll have to take Mace Bash. And it does have bonus damage against Unholy. We're not going to run into a ton of Unholy here, though. Alright, that was not too expensive of a shift to make in their skills. So I'm okay with that decision. Our Crusader has got the abilities they need. I think we're still good with this setup, because they're mostly going to be for healing. Let's maybe take the Brawler's Gloves. Actually, you know what we might want to do? Maybe we don't need Joina's Head. Maybe instead we take the Eldritch Slayer's Ring. That puts her in a vulnerable position, though. She's always going to get hit. Do we have another thing that gives bonus healing? Or maybe we give her... We could give her something that is, like, defensive? I'm debating this, and now I'm wasting a bunch of time. This is why I pick my trinkets offline, because I think too much about it. I don't want the bonus damage against humans. We don't want... I'm going to take the quick draw ring. That's a... I don't know, I'm not super happy with that setup, but it's kind of interesting. Then let's sort by class restriction. We can give her the bag of marbles. And then we can also give her... Maybe we give her Joanna's head? No, because her heal is so weak. Damage? I'm super not happy with my decisions here. Let's go like that. And then we want Nervous Stab. Festering Vapors is fine. Invigorating Vapors. Protect Me is probably the next best bet, yes. And instead of this, let's take a Blight Charm. Alright. Alright, let's go make some money. Full load of shovels. We're gonna take a little bit of extra food. Let's take 3 keys. 2 stacks of torches. You know what I didn't look at is if we'd be facing any of the undead in here. Or sorry, bloodsuckers. Take a little bit extra of that. Maybe 1 more extra. We'll take 6 medicinal herbs. That's probably overkill on the medicinal herbs, but let's go and rush here because while I got out of that last match within or dungeon within 10 minutes, then we spent 12 minutes just kind of dinking around in town, and now this episode's gonna run super long. So let's try and rush. 100% of room battles. We don't know what's to the right, so let's start there. And let's see how well this goes. Something is causing stress here. Nocturnal is... Oh, yeah, no good. Alright. Okay, into a trap. She's gonna be slow.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Pack has already been looted. Let's bring our torch up as we enter this room, which may or may not have combat. It does. It was the right choice. We had to come here. So we'll stack up Blight in the back row. And then let's... Hand of Light does 50% less damage, but debuffs the target to reduce their damage. So this is 5 to 11 damage, this is 3 to 6 damage. Let's try and kill that. No luck. So because of her positioning, she's probably going to take some extra damage. She will be able to heal though. I did not expect her to draw the stressful incantations. Stumbling Scratch actually kind of messes up our goal here. I didn't expect that unit to die. I thought I was going to push them into the point where the Blight would kill them. We'll Nervous Stab the grouper.
Continually onslaught. Destroy them all.
And then if we throw a Plague Caster back there, gets the kill. We might have wanted to Nervous Stab the Cultist Brawler, but it looks like it's not going to matter. Alright, we have to remember that she has Eldritch Slayer Ring, so we should be focusing her attacks on the Eldritch enemies. And our inventory has already overflowed. What do we do? What do we throw away? I think the answer is probably this Blight Charm, maybe this Holy Water. Let's do the Holy Water first. Again, we want to focus on heirlooms over money if we have to make a choice. Get our light back up to make sure our Crusader is at his best with his Ancestor's Candle trinket. No scouting in this hallway either, so no idea what we're up against. Oh, we got shuffled. This team not very good at shuffle, so this could be rough.
Cleansed from our lands.
This doesn't cause a bleed, does it? It does cause a bleed. Alright, so that resisted. Yeah, pull him forward. Nah, it doesn't pull forward at rank 1, I guess. Alright, Crusader, you are just gonna reduce your own stress. That's still valuable at this moment, and then we will go for the nervous stab. Turned out to not be the right choice. No, don't sea breeze him. Oh. Can we bleed him this time? No, resisted. Alright, things not looking good. So we're still functional here.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
That has to be our target.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
And then if we can deal with the shaman in some sort of effective manner. Can't reach it with anything except for illumination, which does not do a lot of damage.
Confidence surges as the enemy
Did enough though. Alright, we got a journal page, minor antique gold, and a crest, which we don't currently have room for in our inventory. Let's think about what's worth throwing away at this stage of the game. We still have a lot of this dungeon to explore. Gold is going to be common. I think you throw away the bandages at this stage, even though there could be an opportunity to get something out of them. We've gotten unlucky with our crates. And we hopefully will get scouting. A double scout here would be the best. We got no scout. We'll explore the west and the north, and then after we do that, we will camp. Alright, shovels.
Another misfortune.
And then we can dig into this pack.
If
We
only
get
treasure
another
could staunch the
of
flow
the journals.
otherworldly corruption.
I'm gonna leave the blood behind for now, definitely. We have not had a use for it in a bit. I should have brought our torchlight up. There was not combat here. Whether or not that torchlight, if you use it as you pass through the door, helps your scouting or not, I am not sure. Makes me feel a little bit better, though. Oh man, we are just finding the traps.
Steps are the exception.
Alright, he is going to be, or she is going to be slow. Let's try and knock out one of the groupers. Oh, very low roll on her damage. probably about time she starts focusing on healing, I think. Absolutely time she starts focusing on healing. Let's put these guys, now there's 2 at low health. We can... Oh, this is a tough call. We could try Invigorating Vapors, or Protect Me. Let's do Protect Me. And then Zealous Accusation. We could double Protect Me, or we could try and put a wound back there. And then... the Blight stacks up. That's not going to be enough to kill it. So hopefully we'll have an opportunity to go first in the next round. Oh, her heals are weak. Weak with that Joanna's head. Alright, nothing going on here. We are just going to... I'll do this. This would have been an opportunity where having the heal would have been good. Let's just do some healing. Try and keep this as spread out as possible. There we go. That's a nice roll. And then the grouper will be done when they act. They'll the blight will get them.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
All right, no room for gems at the moment. Do we care? We care a little, but I think we're gonna leave them on the ground for now because the minor antiques are worth more. The blight charm. Let's take a jade, and hopefully we encounter more jades. Known cheat, God-fearing thin-blooded, nocturnal and winded, bloodthirsty. What is bloodthirsty? Fascinated with injury and wounds. All right, let's try and get rid of bloodthirsty. We got whatever. One of the other ones. I didn't see what it was. And then we'll go back to our antiquarian. We want to get our light back up. And we've got to explore this side hallway. There has not been any combat here. Oh, hey, we have another shot at this. Bloodthirsty gone. Alright, this has been profitable for us, these couple of runs. Just in the money it saved us in quirk treatment. This torch is finally starting to get under control. Shipwreck. Hopefully there'll be a room battle behind here that will justify all of our torch or our shovel spendings. Nope, there is not. There was nothing up here. But we did cleanse 2 negative quirks. So I'd say on the balance sheet it was totally worth our time. Now the question is, when should we camp? I think we camp now. Even though we're not going to benefit too much in the light department, we will clear out 2 inventory spaces for food.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against
And
the horrors.
No one's got mortality buffs, so that's not great. We also don't have afflicted, but this is negative stress release for themselves. We can't, no one has a disease that I'm aware of. No? Yeah, Crusader, got afflicted, but they resisted. We need to prevent nighttime ambush, because I don't like nighttime ambushes. So let's do that. And then maybe we bless our Crusader. Chant can reduce some stress. Anyone else have like yeah, encourage. Let's encourage down that stress. And then we can chant on them as well. Yeah, I didn't figure they were religious, but it was still helpful. Little rest, there'll be no nighttime ambush.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
We still have no scouting.
Require only the strength to follow it.
And now we ask ourselves, what are the chances that there will be 4 digging spots in this dungeon? I say it's pretty low. So we'll take the loot and move on. We're about to get another free inventory space by clearing away a torch. And into the next room, which may or may not have combat. It did not. There has been very little combat in here, but we do have another opportunity to clear a negative quirk. Fear of beasts. I'm thinking about going here to get rid of Nocturnal. Fear of Beasts is not good either, but all in all, we got Winded instead. Man, this team. Oh, here's another chance to use a shovel. We get food, right? You put food in there? I forget which has a better result. So, health is pretty okay right now. Let's try and get a kill. Oh, it hurts. And now we got a buffed up dude.
Precision and power.
Let's get that blight back there. I'm gonna try and smite this one down.
Destroyed.
Very nice. 2 points for 3 rounds. That's dead in 2 rounds regardless. This will live in 2 rounds, so let's do that. It is now dead in 2 rounds. And we can turn our attention to the Guardian. Our Vestal can go back on healing duties. No! I'm gonna ignore it for now, and we're gonna start working on the Guardian anyway. I don't think we can push this up to the point where it kills him. We can get that up to 9, but so we'll just start applying a blight here. And then that's a bleed. It's 2 damage. It's 6 damage. I think that is worth purging. But we can do it with our Plague Doctor. So let's do a group heal. We get the bottom end of the roll, which is sad, but yeah, these things happen.
Unforeseen.
Alright, the grouper is going to die on its own, and it wasted this turn by missing. Let's cleanse that bleed. We saved 4 damage that way and then healed 2, so that's 6. That's not bad. If we Festering Vapors, we bring that up to 9, which is not enough to kill it. On the other hand, if we stab, we're going to do 2 to 3 damage. Still not enough to kill it. But we could have crit. 1 hit point. Okay, everything is going to die on its next action, so we can just spend our time dealing with stress relief and healing. 1 dead. will protect me. And battlefield medicine. And then we can also, which I didn't expect to have the opportunity, inspiring cries. I'll get rid of all the stress on our Vestal, probably. She can then also heal people. I didn't expect her to get to go, because I thought she was a little bit slower than this thing. Alright, journal page we do not need.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's hit the claim all. Everything went into our inventory. Okay, do we use our last shovel here and risk what could be a serious problem? Or do we give it food? I forget which has the better result. Also, if we give it... Okay, no, we can't give it food. What do you give it? Do you give it medicinal herbs? No. There's something else you can give it that gets it to stay open. But now I can't remember what it is. It's not food, because food's not highlighted. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. We'll come back here. I want to cover my bases. I do not want to have to dig through a something if we run into an obstacle. Those guys are so quick.
Fear consumes the mind.
Hand of light or illumination. Illumination should put... Oh, she has just not been accurate. Lots of stress. Not a first round of combat that went well for our team, but... at the same time, not a first round of combat that went well for the enemy team either. They missed a lot of their attacks. And now with the double blight, we got 2 of them dead before they can act again. We can focus on some healing, I think. We'll pick up the kill there. And let's... You know what? Instead, I'm going to go for the kill. We didn't get it. Let's Mace Bash. Oh my goodness, her aim has just been a sad state. Alright, we'll put a Festering Vapors on it. Darn, it killed it. I was hoping to only do 1 damage to give us a round to do some healing.
Success so clearly in view.
Alright, everything still fits in our inventory, so I'm not concerned with anything. Already been looted, nothing in there. Wow, these traps.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Can we maybe get a break on the traps? We have at least 1 more room with combat, and we still have no idea which room it's gonna be. We have finally picked up a rare antiquity, so we'll throw away the journal page to get it. And another big combat. We've surprised them. We want to pick up kills. 1 wounded. It's kind of looking bad, actually. We might be able to get 2 kills, though. Alright. And then these ones won't die this turn or next, even if we go first. Ooh. Alright, so we do get to go first. Or, no, yeah, they will. Yeah, because this will be 10 damage. So those are done. 1 down. 2 down. Good. We didn't get to do any healing, which is, of course, a small problem for us.
To the task's end.
I think we're safe throwing away one of our stacks of torches at this point in the game.
Finding the stuff is only the first
And
test.
we have picked
Now
up
it
an
must
extra
be carried
jade,
home.
and we haven't had to throw away any extra citrine. So I think we made the right call earlier on. We finally get scouting at the very end of the map. We did not find a secret room anywhere in here. Who knows if there was one? That will remain a mystery. Inside this sack, we get some more gold and a minor antique. And now we have to decide... Did I throw away bandages? No. Okay, so here we go. Here's what we do. We use bandages to open this. Oh, you can't use bandages to open that. What do you use to get the clam to open? The shovel, you can pry it open. But there's something else that you can use to get it to open up, and I can't remember what it is. We will use the shovel on this, though. It's a much shorter walk. We got another journal page. Oh boy. Portrait. Okay, well, that's life. If we can find another shovel, there's something. I just cannot think of what it is. We knew there'd be combat in here. We have surprised them. She can't reach back here. I'm thinking we go for the drowned thrall. We plague cast her into the back row. Zealous accusation to make sure that thing dies. And then we can put one of these closer to death than the other. Let's go with this one. Now it will tick to death when it acts. The other one will tick to death on its second action, which might be before anyone moves next turn. He put up a barnacle barrier, which is probably the coolest thing he could have done for us. And then we'll start putting blight on him. Octocesus does a bleed. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some healing.
The match is struck.
We're also going to bandage
Blazing
away
star
that.
is born.
And then Divine Comfort.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Festering Vapors. And that's now 7 damage a turn. He's not gonna die this
Powerful blow.
before he acts, probably, unless our Crusader gets... Oh, she got to go. I didn't expect that. I thought she was going to be slow. Alright,
Be wary.
a torch, which is mostly unnecessary, a minor antique, some gold, some onyx, and, I mean, might as well take the blood. There's something that keeps a clam open, and I can't remember what it is. If it's not food, what is it? What don't I have? That's the answer to the question. It's something I don't currently have in my inventory that you can use on a clam to make it open. God, I really thought it was food. Did they maybe change it in the Crimson Court update, so now shovel is the only correct answer? I'm gonna try and open it. Someone might get attacked. Hey, look, I can see a trap. Can anyone even have a remotely reasonable chance of disarming it? The Plague Doctor. 80%, and they pull it off, because Plague Doctors are awesome. Okay, so if we interact with this, what can we pour in here? We could try and pour the blood in. Okay, anti-venom. Does nothing. The torch does nothing. The medicinal herbs we already knew did nothing. Okay, that was just dumb. I don't know why I did that. it was lit up, and so I thought, well, maybe there's something going on here. Nothing with the key. There's nothing. There's nothing. Maybe the blood? The blood does nothing. Okay. God damn it. So, okay, we lost a jade in that process. That was really the only severe loss. Blood, fine.
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish.
I'm a little disappointed that I either can't remember what it was, or that it must have been food, and maybe they just took that out as an option.
The poor caretaker.
In Radiance, torchlight dims much more slowly this week. Okay, this is a new town event. I've not seen this before. Light seems to be rallying against the evil energies that cloak the region, finding its way into the deepest recesses and providing a fleeting advantage to the active militia. Do we have a cool artwork that's hanging out? No, maybe it'll be in there. We do get to fight the alluring siren in our next adventure, though, so that's exciting. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow. The question is, who do we want to have fight the alluring siren? I think this team could stand a good chance if we load them up with the right trinkets. I'd like to take Punk, but he, as it's been pointed out to me in the past, that things have higher bleed resistance in the Cove, so maybe that's not the right choice. Do we want to take Bonell and a Crusader? Might not be a terrible plan. His stress is a little bit high, but we can get rid of that in the early parts of the mission. So I like that as an option. And then, you know, we have a riposte going on. Any of these three bangers, though, we're gonna, you know what? Yeah. Instead of taking a stressed out war veteran, let's take maybe Mallory? Yeah, because anyone rank 3 is going to be just as powerful as a rank 4 hero. They just won't get quite as much stress from the adventure, which is not a problem for us. And we'll pick up the Antiquarian Candle of Life, which allows them to heal better. So that's a very powerful trinket for us. Lost and Found is a good town event that allows us a free upgrade, which, you know, we're getting to the point where if we're going to be making those rank 5 upgrades, that is going to be very valuable. Let's, though, probably call it an end to this episode. I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the series. We went a little bit longer than probably I intended when I started this episode, but we're still under an hour, so hopefully I didn't eat up too much of your time today. We will be back tomorrow. What do we have for stress? Anything? No, not really. No one that I need to worry about. We might want to think about doing treatments. Speaking of, so yeah, that's spikes. So it's you definitely want to wait until you have Caregivers Convention to really take advantage of that. I don't think I'm going to try and burn away any negative quirks at this moment. But then again, like, it might be a great opportunity to burn away some of the cheaper ones. And did this will never drink? Yeah, see, like, that's not worth it. Known cheat, not worth it. We did have... Oh, nope, Nocturnal got locked in. What lag? Oh, all his stuff's locked in now. Fear of Beasts. Let's get rid of Fear of Beasts. Perfect. Alright. Now, let's end this episode. Thank you for stopping by today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Enjoy your day.